you measure blood pressure is important. Blood pressure is not always the same. So when you go to see your doctor to have a visit, to ask for advice, you might have some emotional reaction to the doctor's presence, and your blood pressure might be higher while you are in the doctor's office. This is what we call white coat hypertension. Even if a doctor can be wearing a green coat, don't worry, that's the usual term we are adopting, white coat hypertension, which is a measure of your reactivity to the doctor. And this is something that might be explained by emotional mechanisms, but you have to be aware that this is not completely innocent, because this might be a spy that you are reacting too much to stress, which might happen also in your life, and in the long run might damage your cardiovascular system. The other opposite situation is when you go to your doctor, you have a normal pressure because you feel relaxed being with your doctor, but then in your daily life, you have higher blood pressure value when you face, for example, job stress, emotional reaction, difficulties in your life, or even during sleep, when you have some respiratory problem, typically the apneas, the occlusion of the airways that are leading to some snoring first, and then if the occlusion is complete, the cessation of the flow of air for a few seconds, that's the apnea. In such a case, you might have higher pressure during the day or during the night, which is not seen while you are in your doctor's office. And this is why we call this masked hypertension. And this phenomenon is dangerous because it might be responsible for the same damage as when you have always an elevated blood pressure. That's why we are recommending to measure blood pressure not only in the doctor's office, but also outside, either at home, where you can measure it yourself, or using little devices that can keep recording your blood pressure for 24 hours during your daily life and during the night as well, by measuring blood pressure automatically. In such a case, you can quantify this phenomena and be aware what is really happening to you in your usual life.